Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Starfield video here at Blackwell TV. This is the first video on Starfield I've ever put out, so if you do like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, like the video and subscribe for more. As obviously we're going to be moving into Starfield and putting out more Starfield content in the near future. In this video, we are going to be looking at the history so far of what we know in Starfield. So Bethesda have just uploaded this information and it covers, I think, 280 years of lore, and it's a story so far. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Starfield, where it comes from and how it sits in the universe. So let's get straight into it. The story so far. In 2050, humans first arrive on Mars. By 2100, humans are living in space. In 2156, humans arrive in Alpha Centauri, which is 4.37 light years away from Earth. In 2159, the United Colonies are established, and in 2160, New Atlantis is founded and becomes the official capital city of the United Colonies in 2161. In 2167, Cheyenne is settled by Solomon Coe, who founds its first settlement, Aquila City. And in 2188, Coe invites Voli to join Cheyenne in a new alliance, the Freestar Collective. The Freestar Collective is officially formed in 2189. In 2194, the United Colonies positions the star station called the Clinic in orbit around Deepala in the Narian system. The unaffiliated people of the Narian system see this as a UC attempt to expand their borders and demand the UC remove the clinic. When the UC refuses, the people of Narian vote to join the Freestar Collective, who mobilize to protect the system in 2195. In 2196, in response to the Freestar mobilization, the UC moves a fleet into the Narian system, and Freestar responds in kind. The Narian War begins. A few years later, in 2216, the Narian War drags on as public sentiment sours. Finally, the Treaty of Narion is signed by the UC and Freestar Collective in 2216, ending the conflict. The term settled systems is formalized in the treaty. By 2221, the Freestar Rangers are founded as an elite protective and investigative force dedicated to serving all citizens of the Freestar Collective. Then it goes quiet for a long time. Interesting. So there's obviously big gaps in the lore still. This is obviously very summarized. In 2275, Constellation is formed by Sebastian Banks. Original members include Chloe Bao, accomplished physicist, Aja Mamasa, the youngest member of Sebastian's protege, Darius Andris, botanist and specialist in xenoflora, Bernadette Laurent, who is a wealthy heiress and adventurer, Everardo Gill, former smuggler, and Kadri Toma, biologist and physician. The lodge is built in New Atlantis to serve the needs and people of Constellation for generations to come. Those names sound like they should be familiar. They should probably be in the game somewhere, I would imagine, but you know, who knows at this point. Anyway, 2305, Barrett joins Constellation. That must be a big year for reasons that we will uncover. 2307, the Freestar Collective begins farming on the planet of Vesta in the Lunara system. By 2308, the United Colonies claims that by establishing a colony in the fourth star system, the Freestar Collective has violated the Treaty of Narion. Diplomatic talks break down and the UC lays siege to Vesta, killing anyone who stayed behind or was brought in to defend it. The colony war officially begins. 2310, Constellation comes into possession of their first artifact and tucks it away in the Constellation archives. 1 year later, after several years of conflict, the colony war effectively comes to an end with the Battle of Cheyenne, as a flotilla of civilian and military Freestar Collective ships takes down the major ships of the UC Navy using hit-and-run tactics. In 2315, the UC Vanguard is founded as part of a UC response to the Freestar Collective's use of civilian ships during the Colony War. The Vanguard is the UC's own civilian navy, relying on civilians using their own ships who pledged to protect the United Colonies and its interests. The ultimate reward for this service, citizenship in the UC. So you can see there is definitely a sort of pro and con side for and against, depending on how your perspective is with this battle. Are you going to be UC or are you going to be Freestar Collective? You know, I think it's very much the Empire versus the Rebels. You know, the Freestar Collective. Well, it's free in the title, so potentially they're the freebies. They're not the freebies. That's, you know, the Rebels, the people who are fighting for their freedom, and the UC are known as sort of the Empire, I guess. My wording's not great. I don't do many of these talking videos, I'll be honest with you. In 2319, Sarah Morgan, that very exotic name, becomes the youngest head of the UC Navigator Corps, though it's a short-lived position as the division is shut down 1 year later. Cast adrift, but still eager to put her training to good use, Morgan joins Constellation. 2321, Walter Stroud, co-owner of Stroud Eklund, one of the Settled Systems' premier starship manufacturers, joins Constellation and becomes its primary financial backer. 2322, former Crimson Fleet pirate Vladimir Sol joins Constellation. 2325, Sarah Morgan becomes acting chair of Constellation. Didn't take her long. Straight in there, straight to the chair. 2325, theologian Matteo Catri joins Constellation. Theologian. It's theologian, isn't it? Theologian. Theologian. Yeah, theologian. I got that so wrong. Wow, shocker. 2326, Barra finds the original artifact in the Constellation archives and knows it must be special. In my defense, it's 10 to 1 in the morning. 2326, after months of correspondence with Sarah Morgan, graduate student and gifted scientist Noel is invited to join Constellation. The following year, Freestar Ranger Sam Coe and his daughter Cora join Constellation. In 2028, Andrea joins Constellation. In 2328, Barrett convinces Constellation to purchase Star Station L868 and modify it to become a deep space scanner nicknamed the Eye. 2328. 2330 AD. Starfield begins. It's a pretty cool website, to be fair. Join the Starfield Discord. Adventure awaits you in our growing community. Join us on Discord or find us on social. Stay informed of all things Starfield. And there's some cute little Starfield inspired graphics and stuff there as well. Pretty cool. So there you have it. That's sort of a little breakdown of the lore by me. Probably done not as well as it could have been done, but you know, I'm just getting into the swing of things of how to sort of make content from articles and just sort of get involved with some of the lore and stuff. So going back to the actual timeline, there's plenty of places in the game. Obviously, like different planets and stuff. Apparently, there's 1,000 planets, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself with that one because we don't know how many people are inhabiting these planets and so on. So you've got the Freestar Collective on one side of the battle, and then you've got the United Colonies on the other side. And then, so as it's an RPG, it's going to have elements where you're going to have to choose which side you work for or work with. But as it is an RPG, you can probably turn you know, be a turncoat at some point, and you know, join the other group and figure out what their missions are about and stuff. I do hope there are moments in the game where it's pivotal, where you know the decision you make is the equivalent of Megaton exploding, and it has repercussions that are permanent, that kind of thing. Hopefully, this has that. Obviously, with Fallout 76 coming out, you know, a few years back now, but the way that game obviously is a multiplayer and stuff, your decisions can't impact those of others around you. So I understand why Fallout 76 didn't have those pivotal moments that perhaps Fallout 4 had, and Fallout 3. I suppose not really Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was a little bit less pivotal, I suppose. But yeah, Fallout 3 for sure, you know, with how you wanted to end the game and stuff like the 10-penny tower stuff. So yeah, I'd like to see more of that in this game. Hopefully it'll be on its way next 3 weeks or so, and we'll get it in our hands and we'll find out more about it. If you want to know more about like certain elements of the game and you want guides and that sort of thing, let me know in the comments and we can put that together, because there's going to be a lot of fundamentals that do transfer over from Fallout and from Skyrim and Elder Scrolls and so on. So, you know, I had a little think about this earlier, and it's like there's ammo crafting, weapon crafting, armor crafting, but then there's alchemy from the Elder Scrolls, and chems from Fallout. It'll be an equivalent for that in this game, and then obviously farming the resources for those sort of things, how to get XP, what to do in quests, other sort of ways to complete quests that you may not consider, and then abilities and skills, ships, building, and all the rest of it as well. So there's a whole plethora of content that we can make that helps people, and it's just figuring out and tailoring which content is going to be the preferred option for players. So yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about listening to the community and seeing what people want to hear about, and then crafting guides and useful information for that. So if you like the sound of any of that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment in what you'd like to see moving forward. Share and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. I'm out the door. I'll see you soon.